Great setup, Shady. Bump it on through. Down we go. Express. Stays back. Hell is in playing with their competition a little bit. Jules! Whoa! That was insane! Last season, both of them had experience on the international stage. And there it is, showcasing from corners. We might have a series. You see me, after doing the CGM, we're taking the ball. Oh my god! What a game! Welcome back to League Play week number 2, proudly supported by Macca's, where the Monopoly game at Macca's is back. 1 in 5 will instantly win, just like Pale Horse did, although it was a little bit closer than that. That's Korea Lord, this is Yummy Cheese Man, and we're about to head into one of the, I dare say, is this game of the week?
I think so. I think this is the match to watch.
Yeah.
There's 2 high-tier, top 3 considered teams, and whoever wins this match proves that they can make it to RLCS. They prove that they're top 2 at the moment.
Yeah, so there's a lot on the line for them. There is that RLCS seed that's kind of in play as well. But for both of these teams, they're strong rivals. We had in the off-season, this was the finals match, the 4-1 Jam vs. Pale.
Yeah.
So, sorry, completely caught me off. Yeah, so this is a huge deal for both of them. For one team, it's revenge. For another team, it's about saying, you may be the international team that's gone all the way, but we're going to do it this season. We're going to take your dream.
It's very tough. Pale Horse in their first season, they lost against Jam Gaming in the Throwdown off-season in Season 3 4-1. But they have proven round that they are a very close matched series, but it's a very nerve-wracking situation.
I think it goes beyond warming up as well. Like, I mean, you could be like, oh, Jam, you know, like, haven't played their first series of today, whereas Pale Horse just took on Avant Gaming.
Yeah.
We had some concerns for Pale Horse from that last series. Although they were versing Avant, you said they were very similar to Jam Gaming, but Jam Gaming are just like that upper tier of the Avant squad.
Well, Jam Gaming, they're willing to hold back. They get a lot of pressure. They're willing to get those touches from Pale Horse and just receive them.
Yeah, they're counter-attacking.
And that's going to go to their favor because they do that, and they also have just a little bit more consistency. Whether you see Avant Gaming, they're either on or off.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think Jam, it's more of like a spectrum of how on they are. Even on their worst days, they still perform exceptionally well.
So, I mean, Jam Gaming, will they ever struggle against Pale Horse? Like, is there a way that Pale Horse can really...
Of course.
Yeah, Pale takes wins off them.
We said it's going to be close, Jake.
Jake is like, it's always black and white. Avant is bad,
always.
Pale's now bad.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we talk about Avant Gaming, not even in the series.
Pale Horse, it's going to be close. I think it's whether they can adapt from their last series. They have that warm-up as well.
Yeah.
But they need to just tighten up their rotations a bit and tighten up their defense.
I think another factor is what conditions is Jam under personally. Like a lot of the times the two teams go up against each other, Jam has just driven for like 8 hours to this competition, or they've just flown and they're all jet lagged for this other one. So if they're on their A game, the games aren't normally as close. Jam will take the lead.
Jam have had a great off-season, and in the last championship season, they went to RLCS and represented Oceania, and quite well, may I add. Korea, do you think that Jam will be taking this out? Send me your predictions.
Yeah, Jam's going to take this one.
Okay.
Locking it in.
Well, give me a score then, at least.
I'll give you 3-1. I'm pretty convinced.
I spent a lot of time thinking about this specific matchup and how they're going to play. And I just couldn't really decide truly, but I'm giving it to Jam 3-2.
Jam 3-2. However, I think I have to stick with Pale Horse. I mean, not to disagree with you.
Didn't you
guys.
just call them bad?
No. I said I was questioning some things, but I think Pale Horse at the end of the day.
Questioning whether they're bad.
No, they're fast, they're exciting, they're electric. They could really surprise Jam coming through here, and I think the story from nothing to one of the best teams in like 6 months. For these guys.
It's been like 3 months. Since
they're like,
you don't even watch on again. Stop looking at your arm.
They're like, hey, there's an off-season starting.
It's a metaphorical watch on my arm.
Okay, well.
Maybe you should stop watching for his watch.
Metaphorically, we're going to get into game. No, actually, literally, we're going to get into game. We're going to say bye to Korea. We jump into Jam Gaming taking on Pale Horse Esports with an exceptional series ahead.
It's going to be a big series for both of these teams. As we said, whoever wins, and where's that goal from? It was just open. I thought there was going to be someone in defense, and Jam Gaming already showing that they could be the team going back to RLCS.
Within 6 seconds as well, Jam Gaming coming off to a flying start. Great passing play, and Pale Horse don't know what hit them. Already you can see the adaptation, well, not even the adaptation. You can see Jam Gaming, this is what they're known for. Controlled play, and they're doing it once again with Pale Horse already on the defensive.
You saw Monty Connor and Shady both go up for a high-powered play on the backboard, but you also note that Express stays back. They never overcommit. They're willing to play safe, and that's the strength of Jam Gaming up in this series.
But finally, Pale Horse are setting themselves up nicely, pushing it down Jam Gaming's side of the field. They will get the clear back over to the side, and CJ goes for a long pass over to Kami. Actually passes it to himself. We'll be waiting for it to be played off the backboard. And wasn't this something we're talking about, Yummy? We're talking about how Jam can sort of react to those backboard plays.
It is one of those things. Jam Gaming can react really well, but Pale Horse, they're so fast, they can set up some crazy attacks that are sometimes just undefendable. So for Jam, their best defense right now is just controlling the midfield and letting Monty Connor play his intercept game.
One of our RLCS teams, they went over in our Season 2 in the first Rocket League OCE Championship. Now we're into number 2, and you can see the strength with the Devo from Express.
That's Express in a nutshell. He's accurate every single time. The 1, the 2, no one there in net, no one there in the backboard, and Pale Horse have overcommitted.
And that was the how do you do if I've ever seen one. Jam Gaming, 2 strong goals. Right now making Pale Horse not look like that number 3 team. It's such a close series ahead. But Pale Horse not starting out too strong here, and Jam Gaming just showing why they are one of those top teams.
You know when Pale Horse aren't getting the pressure, you know when CJ's unable to push up, that their opponents, Jam Gaming, are doing something extraordinary.
Right now they're doing it again. Shady off the wing, setting up some really long passes, but it looks so controlled coming from this top 2 lineup. Jam Gaming are looking so great in this start of this season. Had an exceptional run in week number 1, and of course they didn't play the qualifiers. They were one of the invited teams, so
that's what happens when you go to RLCS World Championship. You get invited straight back.
I mean, not yet, Yummy, but I don't want to get ahead of it.
They're invited back to league.
They could be invited back to RLCS at this rate. They've had such an exceptional off-season, such an exceptional start to this season, and Pale Horse finally getting some kind of shot recovered by Kami. That's a goal on the board.
I was worried that wasn't going in, but the follow-up by Kami just smashing that one in, and even Monty Connor couldn't get up to that in time.
So good start for Pale Horse to at least recover the burden that Jam Gaming have put onto them. But right here, 2-1, Jam Gaming will have to keep up this force that they've been driving with, and you can see already getting the setup in front of Pale Horse's goal square. Shady, really nice touch, but finally Pale Horse will try and recover and get this play for Kami again. The backboard, the touch, down we go with CJ. Kia hits it up, not too controlled. It's not the same as watching Jam Gaming.
Jam Gaming look in control, as you said. And last season, in Season 3, it took 3 games for Pale Horse before they took a game off Jam. And if they can take this first one, it'll really turn the tides.
Like Korea said, it's a matchup of the off-season. It is the grand final match all over again, and we get it in league play week number 2. 2 minutes remaining. Pale Horse are still a goal down, but to recover that 1 goal is impressive. With all the pressure that Jam Gaming are putting on, it's good to see that Pale Horse are finally starting to recover.
But you see, Shady, Express just sitting in perfect positions, willing to wait back for those touches the Pale Horse are so adamant to take.
Yeah. And unlike Avant Gaming, Jam Gaming, when they get that goal advantage, they don't play fully defensive. And there you go, the defense is out, and Kami strikes.
That was the first time Jam Gaming pushed up, and a quick counter-attack coming out from Kia and Kami, the double K squad.
2-2, and it doesn't matter how many Ks you've got 1 minute 30 remaining.
They've tied it up.
They've just put it nooks and crannies, Yummy.
With the way this game has gone and the way it started, I thought this was going like just straight to Jam, that they were coming in hot. But Pale Horse, they've adapted, they've turned this one around.
I mean, I think today, League Play Week 2, the theme is really adaptation here because how they played in week number 1, okay, let's shore up these weaknesses. In week 2, how have we changed? How have we increased our level of play?
You can even see them adapting from game 1. Their play style is a much more safe style, which is what you need against Jam, who love those counterattacks.
but also goals like that. Pale Horse now with a goal advantage.
Just such a good read. CJ off the roof, and Kia coming through. They don't need Kami. Just Kia has been stepping up today.
He has been one of our top players so far, especially since both series have been Pale Horse, but especially since Kia has
You can
just
say
been
that.
on a
It
new
just
level.
started this series, Jake.
Yeah, well, I mean, in last series as well, he's one of our top players. You know what I mean. Kia's been really performing under pressure here. 40 seconds remaining, and game number 1 has just taken a massive turn of events.
It's just changed. There's 40 seconds left. Pale Horse have got the last 3 goals, and they're not letting up. They want 4 goals in a row. They want to demoralize Jam Gaming for game number 2.
And I feel like they do exactly that. Express trying to recover the ball, but Kia, once again, all on his lonesome. With 20 seconds remaining, Pale Horse Esports not letting Jam Gaming get that big clear. And this could be huge. Getting game 1 off of Jam Gaming could be what Pale Horse need to drive away the heart of champions. And Kia, although he won't get the shot, he slows it all the way down. 2 seconds remaining, and Jam Gaming have just lost game 1.
What a huge turnaround. Pale Horse winning game 1, and as we said, last season it was a 4-1. It took them 3 games before they could even take a game off Jam Gaming. And now they've completely turned it around. And need I say, Kia is on fire. He's the rookie. Him and CJ, rookies. They've never played the OCE Championship. Last season he was a sub, Kia. And today he has shown up massive.
I mean, there's the stability of Kami in there as well, but I think as a squad, Pale Horse Esports took them about 2 minutes in that series, then they switched on, then they adapted.
And you normally see that they sort of really rely on Kami, who's been touted recently as one of the best players in the region, which is insane. That they don't even need to use him in this series. He's been good, he's been solid, he's been consistent, but he hasn't been the playmaker that we normally see.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people watching Pale Horse Esports appreciate the role that Kami provides to the squad.
I'm not saying he's playing bad, I'm saying he's playing well.
He's consistent, but he's always
Kia
there.
is actually stepping up massively. This is the start of his professional career, in my eyes. This is Kia coming from maybe a little bit of a lower place on Pale Horse and jumping up to having a huge day.
Well, especially since you are in one of the top teams in OCE. You're in a team that is expected to make LAN, at least going towards that PAX final. Jam Gaming are now under fire, and losing that first game, well, it wasn't the best showcase at the end of the day, but hell, it is going to be a close series as we go into game 2.
Game 2 is going to be so important. Jam need to win this one to stay in the series. And if Pale Horse win it, then we can likely see them doing a similar thing that they did to Avant.
I mean, Jam Gaming went to RLCS in our last championship season. Pale Horse with a win in this series could mean that they could take that potential spot. We could be seeing a team or a fresh new OCE team going internationally.
If they win this, they've proven that they're top 2 for now. If you're top 2 for now and you hold on to that for the LAN, you can make it through. But there is a big play coming through. Jam Gaming still have some great offense.
I think Jam Gaming really pushing it up like they did in game number 1. In the first 2 minutes, they were aggressive as anything. Get those goals on the board, and Pale Horse won't know what to do, but we saw that wasn't the case. Although Jam are having shots like game number 1, they haven't scored any just yet. And this could be the rise of Pale Horse in this series.
Pale Horse are running low on boost at this point. Jam Gaming have held the pressure for long enough that there's only a little bit, and that is going to be the nail. Nothing left in the tank.
Not in the coffin, but there's just the nail in the
Yeah, just a nail into the net.
You haven't got the hammer yet. You haven't got the hammer yet, but we're in 3 minutes 40. We'll see. Who needs the hammer? One goal to Jam.
Nail. You can't nail a coffin with only 1 goal.
I mean, well, you can't nail the coffin with 1 nail, unless it's a big nail. It just goes, I mean, I don't know where you're putting it, but I'm thinking of old coffins made of wood.
Nailed it.
Oh, boy. 3:30, 1 goal for Jam Gaming. An exceptional start for them, but it is a slower start. Kami getting bumped up the wall time and time again, and after he gets bullied out, we'll see Pale Horse finally getting that big clear and see what they can do with it. With Kami at the front. Maybe CJ, nicely done. And great from Pale Horse Esports.
It was important for them to get that quick counter-attack That was one, and then CJ, he's always playing close, ready to get that quick strike.
What a start from Pale Horse. I say that because when they get that first goal, that feels like when their game begins, when they build that drive. One apiece means that Jam Gaming again find themselves in a similar situation to game one.
Game number 2. This could be the series decider, or at least decide whether Jam Gaming are going to come back into this series after that first game.
Well, it looks like they're still putting up that pressure. Pale Horse Esports not finding the clear, and again, some nice touches coming through from Jam Gaming, but pushing up. Shady still hanging back. Monty Connor almost finds the goal with 2 members in from Pale Horse Esports. CJ will not find the second touch. He doesn't get bumped out of the way. And again, Jam find the shot right down center line.
They know when Pale Horse are committing. They know when they're there on attack, and they'll send it straight through into the net and get the huge counter-attack goal.
Well, Pale Horse Esports do drop that goal, and Jam Gaming find themselves with a disadvantage once again. Sorry, Pale Horse, but it is going to be a good start for Jam Gaming. I feel like, I mean, it's different again. It is really different again, Yummy. I don't know what to call this game so far. It's really like a Pale Horse rendition of how they can go up against Jam.
It's really important right now for Jam Gaming to hold on to this lead, but not let up. They need to hold on the aggression. Last game, they kind of backed off.
Yep.
And
there we go again. So Jam Gaming may be finding that foot forward against Pale Horse Esports. With a 2-goal advantage, we could just see this go to 1 apiece.
I think it will go to 1 apiece. It's very close, but Jam Gaming, they've still got 2 minutes to hold on.
Pale Horse have shown that in game number 1, they can bring this back. I mean, this is such a close scatter of teams. 2nd versus 3rd, essentially, we were talking about. With Pale Horse being the new kids on the block, bringing some fresh tactics into Jam Gaming, and they've versed each other time and time again. They should know what each other are about. Jam Gaming should definitely know the weaknesses of Pale Horse. And you've seen there those 2 goals shoring up that defense. And they push through. So it's a good start from Jam Gaming. See if they can hold up. Maybe not. Pale Horse still in this.
They bring this back. They get their 1-2 across the pitch. Bit of a mistouch by Monty Connor. Set that all up, but Kami always waiting in the wings.
Exactly right. He's the player you cannot take your eyes off. Although Kia has had such a great series so far, and in the last series as well, I think we still need to talk about Kami. Like you said, when you leave him alone, there's some problems there. Look at this. Pale Horse off of kickoff have done it again, Yummy.
Pale Horse. They did this exactly the same. They went down 2 goals, and they have already brought it back.
Is it a tactic?
I don't think that's a very safe strategy to use. Let's go down 2 goals, bring it back, and I guess it is demoralizing now for Jam. They've left 2 leads go to waste.
And they're putting that tempo way up again. And Jam Gaming, although we said that Pale Horse would probably have to play a little bit more defensive, maybe adapt to the play style, they've done well. It's 3 apiece. And from Pale Horse Esports, a great setup on the goal, but missing it means
Look at
that
that, 3
Shady.
members committed for this. Monty Connor just needs to put it in, and he does.
Easy goal for Jam.
That was the quick counter-attack, what we expect from Jam, but also what we expect from Pale Horse. They are very aggressive. They're willing to take the risks, but it was too much.
But missing that touch there from Pale Horse Esports.
It was a great pass down.
It was.
But it was very hard to read.
But I guess it's a double-edged sword of Pale Horse Esports. Committing 3 members, playing so aggressively. It looks great. It looks great at times. But then when it fails, Jam Gaming are the team that are going to capitalize each and every time.
Jam Gaming. They're holding the lead for now. They've got 50 seconds left to go. They need this win.
45 seconds remaining. Jam having another shot, but they've got that 1-goal advantage. That means that all they need to do is keep it down this side of the field. Equalize to 1 goal apiece. But Kami with a nice touch, and Pale Horse are right back in the game.
Pale Horse. And every single time you think they've been beaten down, that you've beaten a dead horse, they come right back out of nowhere and they tie up the game. Once again, four goals per team.
It's an undead horse. You can't kill it, Yummy. Pale Horse Esports with 4 apiece. Here we go. 30 seconds remaining. And Jam have got to be, I mean, you said demoralized, but I think every single time Pale Horse are just laughing when they equalize these goals.
Pale Horse, they want this win. They're at game number 2. They're desperate for this win. They're desperate to prove that they can go to RLCS. And Jam Gaming, with all that experience, are holding on up against this onslaught.
Kia, the rookie, off the wall, almost takes it. This is going to be centered. This is another opportunity for Pale Horse. CJ misses the second touch, and we do go to overtime.
Overtime again for Pale Horse. This has been a struggle for them. They haven't been able to convert, and that's what you expect from a rookie team. Shady, great shot, but also a great save from Kia.
We're not done just yet, however, as Monty Connor dribbles it over the top of that goal. Express will center the ball, and Jam Gaming 15 seconds in are already relinquishing none of their power. You can see Kami will push it up, but Shady is just a chance for him to center it once again, and a miss will mean that Jam Gaming take game 2.
That's the pressure getting to Pale Horse Esports, and Shady knew what touch to make to take this game out. Overtime, and even Monty Connor coming in for the bump on the defender. Jam Gaming have tied up the series.
And what a start it was from Jam Gaming. It was clean to a degree. Pale Horse make it unclean. It was then clean again. Pale Horse just wiped the floor.
Pale Horse, they keep coming back, but it's not enough. They're not playing solidly. They're not able to get a lead and hold on to that lead up against a squad like Jam Gaming, who are so knowledgeable about how they play.
If Jam Gaming continue on this path, I mean, it wasn't structured as we normally see. I guess my question is, like, how do Pale Horse just keep doing what they're doing? Like, is it?
Remember the last OCE Championship where every single second game, the team that had played that second game had got the warm-up and were playing a lot better and were winning most of them. Jam Gaming, again, they're that second team that they haven't played that first game, and they're already starting to warm up into this series, but they're not right there. They're not executing as perfectly as we normally see Jam commit. And part of it is Pale Horse is obviously like very good at putting players on the back foot.
Pale Horse are good at making surprises as well, I guess. I mean, this is a surprise so far. They take game 1. They almost narrowly bring back game number 2.
If they had, they might have just clinched the series in that one fell swoop.
Yep, but this means that Jam Gaming are definitely not out, nor are Pale Horse Esports. 1 apiece means that we definitely have our game of the week, match of the week, going into full overdrive.
Match of the week, and it's the 2 versus 3 seed in this competition, as right now, this might just be the decider again. If whoever wins this goes on to match point.
It feels like from previous games, Pale Horse Esports take a couple of minutes to really adapt in the game anyway, with Jam Gaming always starting off to a strong start. So I guess if Pale Horse changed that, we could be seeing a very different side of game. But already, Jam Gaming are doing exactly what they've done in previous games, finding the weaknesses in that defense, pushing forward.
Pushing forward is exactly what Pale Horse are so used to doing. They've been held a lot more on the back foot up against this Jam Gaming squad. But even now, they're still getting that forward pressure.
Jam Gaming pushing it forward means that will be Shady moving up as well, but it goes over the top of Monty Connor. He follows it down, and Pale Horse Esports completely push their squad up. CJ and Kami. There's Kia. They're going to commit big for this, but they pass it back. No goal just yet. A very different style to game number 3.
Game number 3 has been a little bit of a slower start. Both teams not willing to submit this first goal, but what a shot by CJ into the top of the net.
Pale Horse off the back. We were just talking about no one really finding the goal. It's always
that touch
Kami.
by Kami.
Always Kami, though. He always sets these goals up.
Yeah, it's been Kami with the setups, Kia with the setups. They're all 3 playing incredibly well right now.
CJ with the hyper aggression that we talked about. Love it. Kia setting himself up again. 3 members of Jam are back into defense. And already we're seeing so much control by Pale Horse Esports. They've pushed 2 members up, and being a goal ahead, they're not looking to stop now.
I don't think they will, Jake. I think they're going to just hold this one forward and just keep crushing this attack.
Really nice touches coming through from Pale Horse Esports, though. And I mean, like you said, they're not going to stop. Why would they? But Jam Gaming still looking for that first goal to equalize. It's been such a close series so far with 3 minutes remaining. Pale Horse now trying to defend. But Jam Gaming may have found an opening here as the ball has been loosely touched. Monty Connor playing with fire. Express again. Kami.
They hit the
clear.
crossbar 3 times right there. That was too many. The pressure is getting so much right now for Jam.
I can tell that right now they're getting a little bit frustrated, not being able to get this first goal. 3 touches, you said, against that crossbar. That was just not what should be happening from one of our top tier teams. But then again, it's Pale Horse who are reading these plays quite well.
They are, and they're defending a lot better too. They've got these defensive rotations down pat for the moment. But this demo, the double demo.
It's painful.
That's
but it was
not painful. Look at that. Monty Connor coming through, gets his first demo, and CJ bumped by Shady. They're all going at it. They just don't want anyone in the net.
It was a great... I know, it's painful if you're in the car, Yummy. I mean, honestly, you don't want to explode.
They respawn.
The people as well? Are there people in the car?
There's probably balloons.
What's the law of Rocket League? Is there law?
Look at all the balloons. The balls, I don't know what they are.
It's a party. I've always wondered about the balloons. However, in this series of the week, with 2 minutes remaining, we have 1 apiece, and already, God, that was a high-tempo play from Jam.
That was quick. We got the pass off, straight one to the other. Just Shady to Express. The Wombo combo.
As we've expected from Jam Gaming in the past, 2-1. And our second seed is coming through now. They are putting up the performance that we've expected.
They're heating it up, but Pale Horse have shown time and time again in this series that they'll just make the comeback.
Well, they are putting up a better performance than they did against Avant Gaming. I feel like they've really gone into A+ mode rather than just, let's bring the A game when they're going up against Avant Gaming.
Avant Gaming put a big fight.
They did.
And we thought that Jam would do a bit more, and they have. They're already showing a little bit more life in this series, and chance of winning up against Pale Horse, the quick rises.
You can see the difference between a team like Jam Gaming and Avant Gaming. You know, more consistent players coming through. And Jam, they find one mistake and they push through again and again, just like that.
And it's again Express. They're up in front. He gets so accurate with these passes, and what a touch across by Monty Connor.
That wall pass coming through from Jam Gaming will set up their third goal. 1 minute 15, and Pale Horse Esports still putting up a fight, but Jam Gaming, they have the merit on the board. And they've got the time to work with here. With that 2-goal advantage, let's see how they go.
This has been that same situation as before. Pale Horse were behind 2 goals, and both times they've brought that one back. There's only 1 minute to do it this time. That's not as much as they've had in the past.
Yeah, well, those quick demolitions will again slow the pace, and we've talked about how important it is for Jam Gaming to find their control. They've always had it. We just wanted to see more of it. 45 seconds remaining. Pale Horse. Oh my God, this is again happening. Great save from CJ, but it's still not getting that goal that Pale Horse needs.
It was a big save, but it wasn't the clear as well. And you're seeing the level of trust Pale Horse are putting in their teammates right now just to get onto attack. They need to take this risk.
But they can't get it out. You talked about clears. We've finally seen it. CJ will miss the ball. Kami and CJ hanging around this left wing, trying to play it around the corner. They need 2 more goals. It's a good bump, but there was no follow-through from Pale Horse. And with 10 seconds, I'm not sure there's anything they can do here.
This is their last chance, and even that right there needed to be a touch straight into the net. Jam Gaming have taken the lead, and they're securing out this series. The battle for the second seed, potentially the battle for number 1 seed.
Jam Gaming have proven that they can make it into that top position in the off-season, but especially going to RLCS and getting so close in the series against Chiefs in our last championship season. Pale Horse are putting up a fight here, but that was a very different game to 1 and 2.
This has been the big turnaround. Last season, in the off-season again, we saw it 4-1 in Jam's favor. It's been so much closer for Pale Horse. We know that they can make this comeback, that they can get the next 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
But it's going to be up to Kia. Where has he gone?
Kia disappeared that game, did he not?
He was really big in the beginning of Avant Gaming when he was confident, but I don't think he has that massive confidence right now. He's not willing to take those big plays that we saw him earlier, and I want to see him pushing up a lot more.
I mean, that was the difference, right? That was the difference in style. That was Jam Gaming kind of going like, what the heck is going on? Kami stepped up a little bit more that game, but it was just sort of that one goal, that great setup from him and CJ. So I guess if the stepping up of Pale Horse is Kia, then I guess we see Pale Horse again put into that rising position.
I think that Pale Horse need to just come out of the gate strong. They can't get behind again. They've proven that they struggle if they're in such an aggressive mindset up against Jam, because Jam will happily counterattack everything they do.
Let's see if they can push Kia back forward and Pale Horse get back into that momentum drive. 2-1 for Jam Gaming. And by the looks of it, I mean, Jam Gaming have finally just sort of short everything out. We could be seeing a very different squad coming through.
I think we want to see right now Kami hitting the ball to Kia. Really want to see, and I want to see CJ hopping into those rotations a little bit earlier, getting back a little bit faster.
Well, Pale Horse Esports still putting up a fight. Right now there's been a bit of a stronger start coming through. Could be a weakness, but Shady just dribbles the ball past the net. No worries there. Maybe should have been capitalized, but we'll have to question that a little bit later. Pale Horse Esports finding it down this side of the field and are starting to put the plays on.
That's just a counterattack. It's just Jam.
I mean, that was not unexpected, I guess.
You see, Pale Horse, they're committing 3 forward. They're looking for that big attack. Kia, and I think it was Kami at the back there, both wanted that ball. They both wanted that goal. They both wanted to be in the lead.
Yep.
But it just turned so quickly on their heads.
Now they're not. Pale Horse Esports, such a big commit, and expected Jam Gaming just fine. Okay, they're not one of the teams. They're not the 7th, 8th seed. You know, they're not our rising teams. They're in the top 6, but they're just that upper tier above. And you can see here, Pale Horse Esports struggle with that goal that was so close, getting the passing plays, but Jam pushing forward. They find one window, and they push it again.
Jam Gaming, they're going to be pushing this forward. They're not going to hold back on this 1-goal lead. They're going to attack, but it's whether Pale Horse can take advantage, and it looks like they will. CJ gets the 50-50.
But that was nice. Watch this again. This was Kia just flipping up Yummy.
And that's his unpredictability that we saw earlier. Normally he's their most predictable player, and he's setting up these crazy plays.
Kia maybe back in form in game number 4. It would mean that we go to game 5 if Pale Horse can manage to strike through in this game.
What was that? Express just landed on that one.
A little bit messy coming through from Jam Gaming's Express.
Hey, it worked in their favor.
Well, maybe it didn't, because Kami comes through and gets another shot, and this is a lot of control, but Pale Horse, have they overcommitted again? I don't think it's to the same degree. They won't find another shot, but setting on up Jam Gaming. They're going to play with the hearts and minds of all our viewers out there. And in front of the net, we have more openings for Jam Gaming. We're starting to lay that pressure back on.
I love seeing Jam go for so many demos here, and they get one right back from CJ. They're opening up the Pale Horse defense well, like a can of tuna.
Like a can of tuna. What? I don't even eat tuna, Yummy. This is
I do.
Ridiculous.
What do you mean? You think I don't eat tuna?
I don't know.
What has ever made you think that?
I don't know. Pale Horse are making me question both that and how they're going to take this one out, or if they are. Jam Gaming, by finding the one apiece, it is going to be the control still shifting in their favor, because they're pushing forward. They're finding a lot more possession down this side of the field. Pale Horse trying to outplay, and they do. Monty Connor unable to push forward, but still, we have to question how Pale Horse are going to find the next goal.
I think Pale Horse, they're just going to keep attacking. They just want to go at it, and you even see right now, all 3 there on the attack. CJ gets a little bit of a dribble on, but it's not quite enough to get past this experienced defense.
It was really nice. Kia's still pushing up, and it's not done just yet, but it goes over the top, and CJ has to recover the ball. Over by this corner, there's Monty Connor, and he'll follow it up the wall, set it back for a nice center for Jam Gaming. Shady was there, intercepted mid-air. Again and again, it's still Pale Horse just trying to get these big clears. But it's Express and Shady who push up and deny so much from Pale Horse.
Pale Horse, it's one apiece. They need this to tie up the series. They need this to bring back their PAX dreams, to bring their RLCS dreams to fruition.
That's right.
It's all on the line here in our match of the day.
I mean, taking a loss here, they do take one. They win against Avant Gaming, but they want this. This is a big moment for them. This would at least get them into Game 5 if they can keep it up. 1 minute remaining, and it is 1-1. And the pressure of overtime here to beat or at least take Game 4 against Jam Gaming cannot be heightened enough.
Express is doing well, but now Shady is picking up the pieces of this attack and getting a lot of great dribbles and midfield 50-50s. Maybe a bit of an unsung hero on Jam Gaming, but he's really stepped up as one of the top players in the region.
Close quarters again from Jam Gaming. Big clear from Pale Horse Esports with 30 seconds remaining. The next goal could potentially just take it for either team. And Kia will have to shore back. Gets it away from Monty Connor. Shady with the recovery. Hits it with the nose. 20 seconds remaining. Jam Gaming could be their last attack coming through.
I can't believe it's all coming down to this. I'm so excited to see what the result of this match is. It tells you so much about the OC region, how close this is, and how far this match has gone, all the way into overtime again.
Well, the match is probably not going to be over here as the ball hits, and we go into overtime, and another overtime for today. Jam Gaming, if they lose this game, we're going to Game 5.
You know what? I hope we do. I hope we just go to Game 5. We all want to see it. We want to see a close series, as you'd expect from teams of this caliber.
But Jam Gaming have already started off strong, with 2 members committing down this side of the field. Pale Horse know there's only Shady who's rotated back. There's Monty Connor. Shady directs it over to this right-hand wing, but again, Kia is in a great position. For Pale Horse Esports, they don't want to get it out of this side of the field. 30 seconds are already passed into overtime. They will finally clear it back on to the side of Jam.
Jam Gaming, every single time you see this backboard, they'll get the clear down the other way. And this time, to their teammates. Those defensive passes are what separate some of the lower teams from top teams like Pale Horse and Jam.
That's right, and a team that's gone internationally.
Oh,
CJ! Yummy, that was hot.
Oh, and we synced it in perfectly, just like Pale Horse are syncing up right now to get that one through and sunk it into the net.
Game 5, you asked for it, we deliver here at Throwdown. Why not, baby?
I didn't expect this at all. I knew it would be Game 5, but I didn't expect that Pale Horse would be bringing it this close in 2 overtimes to try and get this series win.
Pale Horse are that mob that every single time we talk about them, we say, they surprise us quite a lot.
They're one of those teams that maybe they'll have the chance of dropping a series to a lower team. But we also know that they can take down Chiefs, they can take down Jam. At their best, they can be the best in the region.
They can.
And they're proving it right now. Even if they lose this game, they've still got a great chance of making it to the finals later on if they're playing this well.
Yep.
But if they win this game, it's proving a lot. Jam, they're just experienced guys who are like, where's this coming from? Where's Pale Horse come from?
That's right. It's the surprise of the squad who, you said under 6 months. How long has it been? 4 months, 3 months?
3 months since they formed.
3 months off-season formed as well.
Who
they haven't
does
done a
that and
championship
comes
season.
into the top 3? Like, you can expect a team to form, like Legacy, another great example. They've formed, they've got so much.
How long's Noisies and Toxic and Conspiracy been around?
Well, Noisies and Toxic only just formed for the qualifiers. But Legacy formed at the same time as Pale Horse, and you can kind of expect them to come into the top 6 just because of the caliber of their players. But these guys, they weren't those high caliber players. Pale Horse came out of nowhere and just have blown everyone away.
And blowing us away, taking us to Game 5, that'll definitely leave a mark. Right now, Pale Horse putting on an exceptional display. But so are Jam Gaming, 2 of the best teams in our region.
They came back from the RLCS so much stronger, but Kami finds the hole.
Rips it through. 15 seconds and Pale Horse starting the game off strong.
It doesn't matter what international experience you have. It doesn't matter how good you're coming into this if you're getting 50-50s like that, CJ.
And Kami to strike through. means that my faith in this man was not misplaced. Jam Gaming losing that one goal. Let's see how it affects the rest of their game.
They've been in this situation before. Jam Gaming are not going to be put off by this one. They know it's only 20 seconds into the match. They'll just get a quick counter-attack, see if they can get another goal.
Pale Horse pushing up though. Kia is back now, pushes up himself. Monty Connor sending it over to Shady. Great touch. It centers the ball. Kami gets there first. Pale Horse Esports still finding better touches. So if they can keep this adaptation, be excited to see how we go.
I think this is going to be an exciting Game 5. I'm hoping for overtime. The closeness of these two teams is immense, and the quick counterattacks coming through once again. But this has left the net completely open for Pale Horse. No third member there.
No, but nice touches still from Pale Horse Esports and showing a bit more control. CJ will miss, but Shady, that's a beautiful touchdown to Express if he can hit it. Doesn't land it. Shady waits in the net. Means that there will be control going back over to Pale Horse Esports. Kami and CJ both go for that ball. It gets knocked on back with the momentum from that corner. You can see that Pale Horse Esports are struggling a little bit now. And Jam Gaming, like you said, one goal, they don't care.
They just need this one goal, and it's not quite the team of Jam that we've expected. No, Monty Connor and the demo from CJ in the air, just out of nowhere.
And Pale Horse not done just yet, baby. Still holding that one goal. An exceptional play from them in this series. The team that hasn't been to RLCS before are pushing against Jam Gaming, shoving them into a corner.
They're getting even more shots on Hysterics. They're putting the pressure on the international Jam Gaming team. But this is the opportunity. Express puts it down. One apiece and ties up the game in Game 5.
Jam Gaming, you never count them out. It's not like other tier teams where they drop a goal and you're like, okay, that's just going to be the pace of the game now. Jam Gaming say no, and with 3 minutes remaining, they equalize.
Cool, calm, and collected. Express as well, just holding that midfield. Normally where you see Monty Connor coming up big, Express is doing so well in this match.
Well, Pale Horse won't be happy with this. 2 minutes 45, and in game number 5, Monty Connor is hanging back, but a nice touch from Kia, the rookie. I don't think we can call him that anymore.
He's reading them. He's reading Jam Gaming.
He's doing a great job so far. And has been a player who we haven't looked at before, but after this week, I'm sure we will. Great save from Kami, who has been on point and consistent in the Pale Horse squad. But Pale Horse with CJ roll one through.
That's just the quick one too. Out from CJ, and this is what he's known for, those fast plays. No one on Jam Gaming back. That's not what we expect. They're a careful team.
Against Pale Horse, maybe struggling in game number 5. This is a team that could take Jam Gaming out. This is our grand finals all over again, but with a very different score.
The way this game has been going back and forth, it feels like it's almost at the end, but there's still 2 minutes remaining for any of these teams. Kia coming through. Oh my goodness, Pale Horse.
Any other series, I would be saying that could be it. But Jam Gaming have not let up just yet. 2-goal lead for Pale Horse looks great. They will need more. They will need to hold out from Jam.
We've seen Jam Gaming speed up the tempo. We've seen them look more and more aggressive. And you're going to see that exacerbate right now as they are 2 goals behind. And they're going to be desperate just to tie up this game.
But this is a good touch. Shady to recover. Keeps it around this corner. Monty Connor will have a shot. Hits on the backboard. Express misses. Dribbles it over to Monty Connor, but he'll leave it for now. Pale Horse Esports struggling a little bit in defense. Well, I guess you could say that they're getting pressured in defense. Struggling, maybe not.
They do have just enough boost to hold on, but any further pressure will be too much. So a touch like that towards the net is so vital. That's just going to give Pale Horse all the defensive boost they need.
Express pushes up for Jam Gaming. This is going to be their play. 1 minute 20. They have to get this next goal on the board as soon as possible. Shady relinquishes it, and Pale Horse Esports holding defense, but Monty Connor sets it up. Express was there as well. We're not done. Shady around the corner. Express with a nice touch.
Wow, Express coming out of net. I didn't think he'd be able to get this, but Jam Gaming do not let up. Wow, he just jumped off the corner, got enough space to actually get that angle.
Like I said, Yummy, any other team you'd say, 2-gold lead, that's probably it. For Jam Gaming, never going to say.
Jam Gaming are somehow bringing this back. And Pale Horse, we know their strategy. It's not about defense. It's about getting more goals, and they're going to need to set up another one now to beat out this Jam squad.
So how Carmine committed there, does it put him out of position? I guess not, but he will find the ball over to this right wing as he rotates over. Pale Horse Esports with a goal lead and 40 seconds remaining. CJ, if he gets this next goal, it could be everything for Pale Horse Esports to take down one of our ex-RLCS seeds. This will be big for the new squad.
This is the first time we've seen Pale Horse really step up in this competition. It is only week 2, but this is such an indicator of how they're playing. Jam Gaming have 15 seconds left to get the goal and to take down the newbies.
But Pale Horse with 10 seconds remaining. CJ gets a shot. There we go. Kami locks it in. And Pale Horse will most likely destroy Jam Gaming.
They've done it, Hysterics. They've brought this back from the grave. They were 2 games down. They went all the way. They even were down or equal at the beginning of this game. And now they're 4-2 ahead. They've taken out the internationals.
They throw league play up in the air. We were expecting Pale Horse to go to that LAN, go to the PAX final, but would they make RLCS? That was a different question entirely. Jam Gaming, they come close, but they will not be happy with that result. Pale Horse, on the other hand, 2 wins today. This has absolutely thrown league play in the air.
I knew it was going to be close, but not this close. Jam Gaming are so good right now, but it doesn't matter. Pale Horse took him down.
Yeah, I'm blown away. The performance they had in that final game really showcased that they're a team that Chiefs have to be worried about, that Jam have to be worried about, and now the international scene has to be worried about.
Pale Horse have just proven they took the loss against Chiefs. Okay, that was expected more or less, but going up against Jam, we thought the play styles might clash a little bit. It could be close, but for Pale Horse to win that courier, I think that's actually just blown everything up.
Yeah, that was just beautiful play, especially CJ, if we're looking at the last game. His setups for his teammates were beautiful. He had the setups and the assist potential that you need for such an aggressive team, but he also did the plays himself. So he's that kind of attack combination in one man.
And it's very hard for Jam Gaming as well to really hold out defensively. And you saw it. It became a massive scrap between those two teams, high-scoring games, as they took turns counter-attacking each other because they were so desperate to get goals. And when they didn't get goals, the other team got a chance.
Yeah, I think a lot of the endgame scores were very much about how Pale Horse did their risk mitigation on how aggressive they were. They had the games where they went a little too far forward, and they got punished heavily, where you just saw Jam taking those freebies.
Even Jam took some risks. And
Yeah.
that's a testament to Pale Horse as well. You don't normally see Jam Gaming take any risks whatsoever. And they had to in order to be able to win, and it didn't pay off.
I think they took more risks. Jam took more risks against Pale than I would normally see against Chiefs.
Let's talk about Kia for a second, because we were highlighting Kia in the series before Korea. We were highlighting
monster.
Kia. What a day for this guy. I mean, rookie, do we even call him that anymore?
No.
Yes. He's still a
Conflict.
rookie,
Look.
but what we do is instead say that he's putting himself forward for Rookie of the Season.
Okay, I'll pay that.
You know, you don't become experienced overnight.
Okay,
Rookie is
all right.
not about how good you are.
Now
It's
you've been
about
English,
how experienced you are. And I think Kia... Sorry, what did I say? Yeah, it's
Kia.
No, it's
We're
right.
talking about Kia.
And Kia just stepped up today. This is his first chance to prove himself. And he's got 3 more weeks of league play and potentially those PAX finals to really prove that he's got what it takes.
I like the direction he's going in. Kami's a stable rock. CJ providing so much for the team. Hyper aggressive. And when they interacted with Jules in the previous week, that was exciting as well. I think for Pale Horse, I mean, this puts them up there. At the moment, you said top 2. That's where they are.
They've proven right
being.
now that they
Yeah.
are top 2, that they're international worthy.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not going to disagree with it all, Yummy. They've made it.
Okay, so Pale Horse Esports will be looking for them in the coming weeks. However, if anyone wants to get engaged, Yummy, we do have community nights going at the moment as well. And next one, I believe, on the 18th of October.
Yeah, every third Wednesday of each month, there are community nights. Lots of prizes. Get a chance to join the community as well.
Exactly right. They're a lot of fun. When we come up next, however, we are going to see Jam Gaming fighting again, but this time against Noisy isn't Toxic, so they will need this win going forward. We are going to have a short break, but when we return, that series coming up next.